Stacy, I know you're shooting to be back for the start of the season. Tell me about your progress with the hand that makes you feel like you will be on the court for Fresno State November 14th.
The hand's going pretty well. I haven't really done much with it, just had it in the cast and, kept it elevated and things like that. But when it first happened and I got the diagnosis, I knew it wasn't that bad and I'd be back in no time. The hard part isn't really me being in the cast or the injury itself. Is just more so the rehab and how long it takes for my hand to react to that. So depending on how fast I can get back or how well my hand responds to the rehab I'm doing, I could be back within, a week to a week and a half. So I get off on Wednesday, and, a week and a half from there, I should be good. That's
good news. Well, there was a pretty noticeable improvement in your three-point shooting from your freshman to your sophomore year. What's the next evolution of your game, you think?
I think the next evolution of my game would just be more consistent three-point shooter, but also something that isn't really applied to the court. It's just being a better leader and a better teammate. Being one of the leaders on the team this year, I think that it'll be key for me to show the guys the culture that I want to build, or I feel like will be successful, seeing as I've seen the program go from winning 10 games to now winning 15 games and being in 5th place in conference. So the next step for me right now would definitely just be my leadership.
You get most of your starters back, but of course you're without WCC Defensive Player of the Year Brendan Lane. Who fills his shoes?
Defensively, I'm going to say we have some freshmen that can come in and block some shots and that are definitely athletic enough to guard a lot of positions. So, our freshmen, Nate Guerin and A.J. John will definitely come in as far as like defense and blocks and rebounds and things like that and helping out on the boards. But I think who's definitely going to fill his shoes is going to be, my man Amadi Udenyi. I feel like he's going to be a lockdown defender this year. He can be a lockdown defender whenever he wants to be. It's more so of him just putting his mind to it. So I think he's definitely going to fill the shoes of being that guy that we hang our hat on to be the defensive stopper when we need a stop, or the guy that we know can guard their best player the best that they can.
Stacy, it looked like after some tough seasons, Pepperdine was heading for a postseason berth until you lost 6 of 7 down the stretch. What impact from that lingers with your team that you take into this season?
Definitely just the feeling of knowing that we could have made a postseason, the feeling of knowing that we could have been above 500, the feeling of knowing that we lost so many close games. And, I think one thing that played a factor into that was not only mental fatigue, but just, our physical fatigue from just workouts and just the grind of the season. And I think that our coaching staff and our strength and conditioning staff did a very good job of implementing a program that was not as extensively hard on our bodies as far as our joints and things like that, but was definitely challenging for us as players. And, I feel like as a team, we're in the best shape that we've been in, a very long time. So I think if we can just stay consistent, stay in shape, stay injury-free, be as mentally there as we can, be as physically there as we possibly can, because through the grind of the season, there's going to be some wear and tear in your body, but just try to stay up with all of that, and I think we're going to have a successful season. I definitely think we're going to finish above 500, and I definitely think we'll contend to be top 3 in the league.
Great insight on Pepperdine from Stacy Davis, the junior forward making the preseason list for WCC All-Conference. Stacy, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you for having me.